Well, my name's Kyle Jones. I'm the building manager here at Cadworks in Glasgow. We're Glasgow's first net zero in operation building, and my primary role here is to keep the building running and ensure that there's a nice, pleasant environment for all the tenants as they come in on a day-to-day basis. Sustainability-wise, Cadworks has it at its core. One of the things we've got is, unlike most buildings which have massive heat pumps, we've got small eco-coolers, and that helps reduce the amount of energy used in just heating fresh air that's coming in.
So what sets the Cadworks building apart from the other offices that we maintain in Glasgow is the variety of displays that we have in this building. From behind me you can see the size of the living wall that we have installed and maintain. It's a really visually stunning display, and we get a lot of compliments from people walking past. We have some hanging baskets with a pothos display and also a seating area with a large ficus tree.
The living walls had a fantastic influence on any visitors to the building, whether they be the tenants, the clients, potential new people seeking to come in. We get a lot of external people who are walking past who ask to come in just to take pictures of the living wall. We get a lot of them asking who provides it, which obviously Ben Home, who do a fantastic job. It definitely does create a very, very positive environment within the main reception area. One of the things that we have had, especially with the living wall that we've got in place here, is we are seeing more and more tenants wanting living walls, whether it be moss, plants, flowers. It's becoming more and more recognised that the greener the workspace you have, the better a workspace you have. Offices are more and more turning towards this, not quite to the extent that you're out in the wilds, but it is something that they like to see. That little bit of greenery brings a smile to people's places and makes them happier in the workplace.
So my biggest accomplishment whilst working for Ben Home is being part of a biophilic research project in partnership with PLP in London. They did a study on participants working in an office environment which was very basic. That study was taken over a week, and then after that week we came in and installed our plant display, which included a living wall, a hanging halo, some floor standing plants and an artificial tree. The participants were then working in that environment with the plants for the following week and studied again, and the results from the first week compared to the second week were outstanding. The difference that the plants made to people's morale, happiness, efficiency, productivity was just incredible.
So the planting has definitely helped us achieve the awards that we've got. A lot of our awards come for innovation on site, and part of the thing that the plants help with a lot is cleansing the air faster. Case in point, we actually had it where one of the pillars behind me back before we occupied was repainted with incandescent paint, which is some rather nasty stuff, and the air quality sensors in the area went crazy. But the areas where we had the living wall at the top of reception, actually the air cleared there faster than it did where the pillar was painted, and the whole area was gassed out. It's not nice stuff. So definitely it does improve the air quality. There's science behind it that has proven time and time again that it does work. The thing that sets us apart from other office developments would primarily be our engagement with the tenants. You get a lot of office buildings where you go in, you do your 9 till 5, you go home. There's not much engagement from the building itself. Whereas at Cadworks here, we've got this fantastic urban village hall I'm sat in at the moment. Lots of plants around to create some nice biodiversity, make the place look green and clean. So far the experience working with Ben Home's been absolutely fantastic. We initially had an engineer on site who looked after all the plants called Steve, and it's now been changed over to Glenn as patches have changed, and both technicians, engineers that we've had on site have been great. I don't think I've ever had a question that I've asked where if they've not been able to not answer on site. They've been able to go back and come back to me within 24 hours and say, this is why this is happening, this is why that's happening. So a lot of knowledge coming from the teams that come out at a site level and not just the back end office area as well.